IL Café. We have you covered.
Hello and welcome everybody to IL Café Digital Business, your go-to podcast for insights on the evolving landscape of digital transformation in the insurance industry. I'm Ahalya, keeping you company today, hopping on the series, luckily, and very glad to be here. Now, today we have a very special guest from ICICI Lombard joining us. Could you please introduce yourself for our audience, ma'am?
Hi, Ahilya. It's a pleasure to be on this podcast today. And I'm Zeenat Mongal from ICICI Lombard. It's been 8 years in this organization, and I can't believe it myself. The time has just flown by. And just to give you a little bit more on myself, so I have over about 2 decades of experience in delighting customers, helping, empowering them with innovative solutions, working on customer processes, etc. So that's about my experience. My insurance, this is my first stint with ICICI Lombard, but it's been some journey, I tell you, full of learning. It has been a roller coaster journey, but a good one, not a bad one. So I'm enjoying the ride thoroughly, and I'll take you through some experiences and hope you enjoy the journey of ICICI Lombard, which I'm going to share on this podcast today.
Absolutely, I'm sure that we will. And as someone who hasn't even been on a roller coaster, I'm just going to take your word for it, okay?
Yes, and Ahilya, just to also tell you at ICICI Lombard, my current role is I'm taking care of the customer experience, and this team is almost about 3 years old, and we've been working on digital transformations for for enhancing customer experiences and empowering customers.
Okay, fantastic. Good to know, Zeenat. And that's very useful. I think you're the perfect person for us to be talking to on today's podcast because we're going to be covering a range of those topics that you just mentioned. And you know what? It also feels like this is your passion, really. So that's going to shine through as well. So, to start us off, Zeenat, why don't we take a look at how consumer behavior really is changing, with Indian consumers becoming a lot more digital forward. How is this going to impact the insurance sector, and how does the insurance sector sort of come into play here?
See, if you look at today's consumer is ordering grocery on apps like Amazon, Blinkit, Big Basket. So even for very basic things, there is digital technology, and the e-commerces of the world, like the Amazons of the world, have ensured that they've taught the customer how to use apps, understand what are nuances of UI, and thanks to the Googles of the world, they have educated the customer with artificial intelligence, concepts of machine learning, etc. So, in a nutshell, today's customer is very digital savvy. And if you have to put it in the insurance nuance, at the time of purchase, we have the maximum involvement of the customer because this product, the motor product, if you talk about, it is a compulsory product through compliance and regulatory. But when it comes to a health product, customer is extremely careful, wants to know everything in advance and in detail. So he or she would like to check online as well as coordinate very closely with the salesperson to and to understand every nuance of the health product. And therefore, we have to be out there with our digital solutions because after purchase, he wants to be left alone, whether it is a claim, whether it is any service related aspect that he wants. So we thought that, not we thought, it was imperative for us to be out there with the concepts of machine learning, applying artificial intelligence. We needed to have the artificial intelligence enabled bots, etc. And that's what it is.
That's really interesting. Zeenat, also goes to show that in today's market, right, no matter what the sector is, we're also, in some sense, keeping up with the consumer's expectations as it should be. Now, to take it from your point of AI and ML's involvement in, developing these new age digital solutions for our consumers, could you maybe talk about some tangible examples of AI ML involvement in these developments at ICICI Lombard that have actually been used to enhance customer experience?
Sure. So I'll take you back down the memory lane when COVID struck India. So to be with the customer virtually, we had to have technologies, we had to use the technologies of artificial intelligence and machine learning. And therefore, we introduced RIA. And we didn't want to lose the human connect. Now, let me introduce you to RIA. Ria is a responsive, intelligent assistant. She is our human avatar, the first industry first human avatar customer communication mascot. She is our face for the customer. So she's available on conversational AI as well as on voice AI. So let me help you understand conversational AI and voice AI. Conversational AI is nothing but the chat platforms. So chat platforms most popularly used is WhatsApp, and our website also we have RIA working as a chatbot. Voice AI on our toll free number 1-800-266, which is our toll free number. So RIA introduces or opens the call. Welcome to ICICI Lombard. How can I help you today? So she's our voice bot as well. She speaks in two languages, English and Hindi. She is NLP enabled. She's able to understand the natural language processing part of it. And she also is there on a new technology called the Visual Assist IVR technology. This technology we have leveraged for use cases where we need data entry for a customer. So if there is a claim intimation, if there is a policy endorsement or a policy modification that needs to be done where we need customer to key in some information, we're using the Visual Assist IVR technology.
Okay, you know what? That's really fascinating. If I may just ask a spontaneous question about Ria, why was that name picked?
So Ria's name was picked by our current MD and CEO, Mr. Sanjeev Mantri. We were contemplating a lot of names when Ria was born. So Ria became three. Ria just turned 3 on the 8th of March. Her birthday is on International Women's Day. And we wanted to capture the essence of Ria being responsive. So that's responsive is she is very responsive to whatever you ask her. Intelligent she is because she uses artificial intelligence at the back end. And yes, she's your virtual assistant. So Ria is a responsive, intelligent assistant. And that's why Ria.
Fantastic, and a happy belated birthday to Ria. But to
She's
talk about, to talk about the special girl a little bit more, can we also dive into some, specific examples of where Ria's capabilities have actually made a significant impact on, our customer engagement? Has that seen a sufficient increase?
Increase, my God, she is a brat, I tell you. The way she's grown over the last 3 years. So when we introduced Ria, she was introduced to handle motor claim intimation. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
now motor claim intimation, when we started our journey, she was doing only about 500, 600 motor claim intimations and the on Ria were managed by Ria. Today, she's doing about 20,000 motor
Wow.
claim intimations without any human intervention. So,
Okay.
what does that mean for the customer? Motor, in the event of an unfortunate accident, when the customer calls at any time, 24 by 7, VIA is able to take the claim intimation on the go. And this is about 90% of the claim intimations that we receive at the call center. So only the balance 10% are done humanly, rest 90% is what RIA is managing for motor claim intimations.
Wow, fantastic.
That's her journey.
Yeah, no, if only we sort of progressed at that rate, right, with every birthday.
Yes. And
um,
every birthday now she's doing about, if I have to give you some monthly numbers, on WhatsApp alone, she's doing about more than 170,000 transactions in a
wow.
month. That's WhatsApp alone. And these include policy downloads, claim intimations, providing claim status, informing or not informing, sharing the policy coverage and benefits with the customer, helping customers link their mobile numbers, find out branches, branch locations, find out hospital locations. Everything is done by RIA.
Fantastic. Very clear to see that, these kind of technological advancements being adopted at ICICI Lombard are helping us, remain a game changer, right, in the market and in the sector. Really commendable stuff there. Another aspect, Zeenat, if we were to bring into this conversation now is the aspect of cost saving and operational efficiency, right? That's a big sort of sell or value add that AI technology and digital first sort of adaptation brings into the big picture. So, can you talk to us a little bit about how ICICI Lombard has leveraged technological innovations and automation to really achieve cost saving within the organization?
So it's a great question, and without these results, just leveraging technology and enhancing customer experience really does not make much sense. So to give you a sneak peek into the cost savings, when we started our digital transformation journey, we were doing about 250,000 contacts at call center. So contacts is transactions at the call center, which is our customer relationship team. And as we speak today, we're doing about 500,000 service transactions. So our service transactions have doubled
Okay.
with a 43% reduced manpower. So instead of adding manpower to handle 500,000 transactions, we reduced 43% of our headcount at our call center, and we are doing double the transactions. So that's the kind of savings that we're talking about over the period of last 3 years.
That's really an amazing achievement, Zina. Thank you so much for bringing that to the fore on today's podcast. And that's the kind of stuff, we always say we got to see it to believe it, right? Well, numbers don't really lie. And that's proof enough that we're on the right track. Very, very eye opening. Now, we've reached the end of today's podcast quite swiftly, I might add, Zina. But as we wrap up, could you maybe share your vision, right, for the future of customer experience within ICICI Lombard? As you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, it is something you're quite passionate about.
Oh, yes. So Gen AI is the new term. Have you heard about it, Ahilya?
Yes, generative AI, I have.
Yeah, so that's the talk of the town, and we are on it. And very lately, in last month, I think March end, we introduced Gen AI to simplify the policy for the customer.
Okay.
So with Gen AI, customer can know his policy coverage and benefits in a simplified term. And currently it's under beta, but yes, we are out there with Gen AI. We have many other use cases coming using the power of generative AI. That's on the cards immediately. Then we are also looking at the 3D avatar of Ria. Today she's in 2D. 3D
Okay.
avatar is soon to come, and she'll be all out there in the 3D this. The other thing is we're looking at now, we looked at service transactions. Now we'll move to some sales transactions, digitizing the sales transactions. We look at how can we renew policies without human intervention. So we do have one such use case which we are doing on WhatsApp, which
Okay.
is the motor renewal. So two-wheeler and four-wheeler renewals we have explored and we have experimented with WhatsApp, and many more to come on the sales side of it. So service transactions, mostly there will be other use cases, of course, coming in the service transactions, but now our key focus is on uh, promoting the unassisted sales journeys, starting with renewals.
Okay, fantastic. Well, it seems like we're on a very exciting path. It's not just, an important and valuable one, but also exciting for everyone involved, and Ria's involvement as well. Thank you so very much, Zeenat, for, not only your insights today, but also your passion and true love for customer experience enhancement here at ICICI Lombard. I think we can all take a little bit of that spirit and move in the right direction. Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of IL Cafe.
Thank you, Ahilya. Before you just wind up, I kind of wanted to also share that there are many industry first initiative amongst all that we told you. So the motor claim intimations, we are the first one using visual assist IVR for giving motor claim intimations on the digital platform. Similarly, I told you the human avatar bot was first of its kind, and yeah, these are mostly industry first initiatives. Before I go, I should share with my audience that these were pioneered by ICICI Lombard.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it might not be the best, but can't keep the best for the last. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Zeenat, for your time and for being with us on IL Cafe today. Everyone, stay tuned. We'll keep bringing you more stories, of our digital transformation journey here at ICICI Lombard. But in the meantime, stay safe and stay happy.
Pleasure. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me here. Have a great day and a weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you so much.